So we don't always have to reshop. We can look for reasons and talk through it with the insured, help them better understand. Hello friends, Stephen Harrington Dakota here. Wanted to talk to you today about carrier rate increase. How can we overcome the objections when somebody calls in because they're upset about an increase with the carrier? A couple different things. The first thing we could do is look to find out why the rate changed. If it was due to claims or activity of the insured, credit changes, there could be lots of different things that make it change. Change of protection class, driving activity, all kinds of different things. Then we can let the insured know that there was a justified reason for that change. If it's something that just has to do with carrier rate increase, that one's a little bit more difficult. I know it's a little harder to explain, and we're going to talk about that right quick. What we want to do is sympathize with the customer, let them know that we understand that it was nothing that they did and that can be frustrating, that we understand their feelings and that we're going to look into this for them. If it's a homeowner's policy, we can ask qualifying questions like, have you got a new roof or painted your house recently? Have you done a remodel or added anything to your home, made any major changes? If the answers are no, we know that more than likely it's probably not a great idea to market the home because a lot of carriers now have gotten very picky in their underwriting guides. So we want to make sure that the home is going to qualify. There's not going to be an inspection pulled where the insured has to replace the roof or they non-renew the policy. So really letting the client know that that can be the pitfalls of moving it. Like, hey, if I can save you a little bit of money, are you comfortable with having to replace your roof or having to paint or doing something that the carrier asks you to do in order for the policy not to be canceled? And most customers will say no. The other thing is to explain why rates increase with insurance carriers. So as we know, there's been supply chain issues. We've seen it all over the news. We can't get the materials we once could, and the materials we can get have gotten much more expensive. So the cost of labor and materials has gotten extremely expensive. The carriers can't keep up. Carriers have to file their rates with the states, and the states have to improve them. We can't just charge whatever we want whenever we want to make money. So really letting the client know that rate had to have been filed and approved by the state before the carrier could charge that back to them, and that they're normally a few years behind in those rates. So sometimes it's things that happened years ago that are now finally coming to affect us. I just talk through that with the insured, and that'll normally put them at ease or at least let them understand why it happens. So we don't always have to reshop. We can look for reasons and talk through it with the insured, help them better understand. If you have additional questions or need anything else, feel free to reach out to us at agencyperformancepartners.com.